so you can set a victory point and show control of it and put the numbers in there because I think he's worried that he doesn't have the victory points laid out right. So it lets you change them, test them, report on them, and
Oh,
change them,
cool.
test them. Yeah. I'll probably pull that from the final version. Okay, I'm done.
Exciting.
You know, it's
Well, I am still waiting for, I think what they've got that other, I got 1793.
oh good.
So that showed up in the post probably a month ago now or more. Um, and then we've got that other one, Commander or whatever it is. I can't remember the title.
All Paradise's game.
Yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
that one looks kind of fun. The components look kind of nice. It kind of has this sort of Kriegspiel pub battle kind of look to it.
Yeah, I'm interested in trying it. You know, these things are at the point where they're too expensive to just buy on a whim, so I got to look at them. I really like the whole Patriots and Traders idea because that's a part of the history that I've been trying to learn more about. I read a huge book on the French Revolution 2 years ago,
Right.
and probably would be good to have. So I finally figured out why the Montagnards were called that. That was like, oh, well, that kind of takes the wind out of it. I thought those were all fancy.
It only sounds fancy because it's French.
Yeah, I fall into that sometimes.
Yeah.
The first time
Um,
I went to as a teenager, I went to a toy store, Hanley's, I think it was called,
mhm.
in somewhere, and there's a line, and the clerk was busy checking people out, and somebody had a problem, and I got to the front of the line. She said, "I'm so sorry for the wait," and I said, "No, I was just enjoying listening to your accent," and she turned all red. It was really funny, but I'm a sucker for fancy accents.
There you go. Good to know. Hey, I noticed that we forgot to retreat that unit that was here kind of in the pocket by the cemetery by the church.
Oh, this
Remember we
guy.
did all our yep, we did all that simultaneous fire stuff and then we forgot to move him. So I know that you did some other movement before, but I know that he should be like end up back here somewhere. But I think you had a path before you move these guys up. So I think that you wouldn't have to push everybody away.
All right, fair enough. I'll take that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's six.
One, two, three, four. Yeah, more or less. I think he kind of zigzagged around somebody, but that's I think where he ended up when we first did it, somewhere back there like that.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
We Russians have so much infantry, it does not even matter.
that's right. We laugh in the face of danger. All right. Well, I think what we need to do is set our orders for everybody. That's always an important thing to do. Oh,
Okay.
the one thing we didn't do. Oh, no, I won't be able to do that. So I only get people back if I'm under hold orders or regroup orders, correct?
Right.
Okay. All right. So for that group and you can never get back 100%.
No, you have to leave one loss.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to think here. I've got this poor division that's all beaten to pieces. They should, if I do the hold orders, 2 units gain 1 SP. But if I do the regroup, it looks like all of them could gain 1 SP, right?
I've never used the regroup order.
It
I'm
says
not that
each
sort of
unit of
player.
the
Come on.
division may regain 1 SP. Okay, so that would be so if I got a whole bunch of people that are all beaten up, which is the case, then they should be under regroup.
First division should probably be under regroup. but you're still pretty close to the combat. So,
So what's the downside? I mean, I can't fire, right? Or can I?
well, if you're in a regroup,
No unit may fire in the simultaneous
fire
fire
during
phase,
defensive fire, defensive fire, right?
but I
And then I
could
think that
fire defensive fire. So that would mean
yes,
that this artillery unit couldn't fire during the fire cube phase because it's part of this division if
right.
I'm under the regroup. If I'm under the hold orders, then it could fire, and I can then have two recover. So, and then the hold orders actually give you a little bit of a benefit, a +1, right?
Yes, they do. And the regroup gives you a -2.
Where is that?
That's on the assault chart during the
Oh, under regroup
unit.
or strategic move. Okay,
Yeah,
-2. Okay.
it's from the unit defense too. I was looking for a separate entry.
Right. Interesting. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I think then that will go some way towards hinting at what orders I should try to put people under. And so this would be then when I would move my brilliant leaders to issue said orders. So should I? I guess I would try to move the
Well,
leader.
you don't have to. Don't make me second guess you. Just like those are the parts of the equation.
Right, right. But I have to roll to change orders for people. So those guys were under the retire order. I don't want them under that anymore. So I would need to change their order.
Right.
So I could, their corps commanders there, I'd need to roll a 6 or less. I don't. Their other, so that the corps commander failed to change the order. So then now I have to roll for the other guy, and I got to roll a 7 or less, and I do. All right, so then that's the first division. And we can then change this to something else exciting. Okay. All right, so that's those guys. All right.
I am all set and points paid.
Okay. I am still. I guess I've got to make some adjustments here. Okay, so those guys both pass. Whoops. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Well, no, I guess I can't change those orders after all. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Off to the common pool. Okay. All right, so I've got 16. I've got 19 initiative points.
I've got the part I didn't add up. I have 22.
Okay, so I guess you have the initiative. Grim Harbinger sends his greetings. Hello, Grim.
Hello, Grim.
All the way from beautiful, sunny UK. I'm not sure if it's really sunny, but
Who are you? Who took your identity? Sunny UK? In the springtime? Come on.
anytime. When is it sunny in the UK?
I'm going to start adding chits to the bag, and I'm leaving one out for my
Leave one
initiative.
out. Yep, leave one out for the Ruskies.
Return to bag, and there we go. Activation is ready to go.
All right.
Do we need to change the turn marker? We think we did that before
I
we
think,
ended.
yeah, we did that when we wrapped things up last week. So
Yeah,
there was a couple of things that I've was kind of noticing, just looking at the combat chart. There's different, sort of I don't know, incentives that the game designer is having you do if you want to get something, if you want to get something done based on the points here, points there, whatever the case might be.
Mhm.
So I thought that was interesting. I'm going to post something, I think, on Facebook. Like, is this really what you wanted to do? Is this really how this unit should be considered or viewed or whatnot? So,
I I think of this game as like a cockpit in a jumbo jet with all sorts of levers, right?
right.
And you move these levers a little bit, and it changes the game quite a bit. And so I think that he's a lever pusher, which is good. I mean, you know, it allows the flavor of the game to change. You could imagine in other scenarios that you'd have a +1 for something that you don't have here, or you'd have a little further movement because it's not snow, and those things would change the flavor of the game quite a bit.
Yes, I'm sure. Uh,
But it does mean you have to follow the rules exactly for the module you're using, and you have to know them. So that notebook LM thing, I'm going to pitch it again. It's a good idea for everybody.
Well, and what you just have it running on a separate screen?
I actually only have 2 screens on this computer, because I saved some money. I saved a lot of money, but I lost a 3rd screen. So
Hmm.
it's behind my fire charts and everything, so I can call it up pretty quick.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad.
So where is the whole thing about the grand charge? Oh,
Oh,
mass
it's
charge. Oh, they call it a mass cavalry charge. Okay.
yeah.
I kept looking for grand charge because that's what they call it in La Bataille.
Oh, right,
So
yeah, it's yeah.
I was just curious what Murat's range is.
Murat has a range of 8. He's a corps commander. So you have to have 4 division commanders within range of you have whatever division commanders up to 4 you have within range of Murat you can charge with.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he would then, you would, if you do that, then he would activate anybody within a range of 8.
Yes, that you want to be part of the charge.
Right. And they need
It
to be under attack orders. Yeah.
under attack orders.
Okay.
Uh, but interestingly, you can move a division in its first activation so that it's in with range of Murat, and then Murat can charge with that division. So it just moves 2 points less, but the other ones would move the full amount.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
I'm
Well,
saying that one of your cavalry divisions is more than 8 hexes from Murat.
yes, yes. It's the guys that are way down in the south. I guess I could move Murat to try to have him straddle it, but I
You
moved
can,
him.
absolutely.
Yeah. But I will refrain from the giant huge cavalry charge of death. Or
Well, it is the
maybe
point of the scenario. Don't feel
it's
like you
true.
have to.
Okay. Then maybe I'll unleash the Kraken. All right, who are you activating?
Okay, I'm going to activate my. Um, I got 2 choices here. I think I'm going to activate um, this guy here, the 3rd division.
Division number 3. Okay, so Sakin.
Right. And I am concerned about a cavalry charge, so I am going to start squaring people up.
That sounds exciting. So
Does
you don't want to risk being trying to roll.
No, and this guy, I mean, these are probably okay, but I think that I'm happiest with putting them away. And I got a couple up front that I got to think about, so I'm just going to add them now.
Okay.
Square layer, square layer. Okay, and then you know what? I think I'm actually going to be a little bit more bloody minded than that.
Shocking.
Yeah, I know.
That does surprise me.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, I'm going to opportunity charge you.
5, 6. Actually, yes, you are.
So where were you at? So you're there one,
I was here.
two,
So
three,
1,
four, five,
2,
six. Yeah,
3,
yeah, because it costs
5.
you guys, I guess, 2 to push in. Okay.
Exactly.
All right, so this guy will charge you. Um, so let's take a look at the hand. Well, you, I guess, get a
Yeah, bring it.
shot. You're on the 2 chart. No
Terrible
pluses,
two.
no minuses, no pluses or minuses. And
And
8
it's
is
one
going to be a miss.
more than one.
So never mind that. So now we go over where we're on the 1-to-1, so there's no modifier there. You are Russian, so that gives you a +1. Um, doesn't look like there's anything else, right?
I'm going through this.
Cavalry.
You're not Lancers?
I'm not Lancers. No, those guys are somebody else. They are Chasseurs à Cheval.
Yeah, the cool opera guys with the neat.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't. So then, my guys are elite, so that's -1. So we're at 0.
Right,
It was a short charge, which is +2.
right.
Cavalry against infantry, not in square, so it's a -3. So we're at a -1. We're not uphill, down here, or sideways. There's no leader.
Nope.
So it looks like it's just a -1.
Yeah, it does look like it's -1. That's not really a tragedy. I always thought it was going to be worse.
Oh, why did you think it was going to be worse?
Just because cavalry charging infantry in a column sounds really bad.
Well, if I were the one doing the charge, yes, because then I wouldn't have that +2 for the short charge,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if I were initiating the charge, that would be a different story. So,
Yeah.
all right, we'll roll and see what we get. A 3. So I
Well,
guess what, you lose 2
two.
factors and you have to retreat back.
Right, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can go here 5, and then I've got to push back
Okay.
1. There you go. And you can push back 1 on an artillery piece without having to limber. But if it has to go more than 1, you have to roll the limber roll.
Oh, okay.
So that's a prolonging back. Anyway, all right, there I am. Okay, real good. Now, hold on a quick second here. I got to look at my notebook LM, and we're going to do this. We're going to look at tired cavalry charge.
So that guy can't opportunity charge again because he's tired.
Yep. Okay, so the reason I did that is because I've got to move a lot of infantry around, and I wanted to make sure that that guy was tired because I don't want him to have good results against these guys.
Okay.
All right. So I am going to take this one and go 1, and I'm going to rotate to the left. Okay, and I'm going 2, 3, and entering your zone there.
Exciting.
Yeah. All right, and then this guy is going to move forward 1, and then this guy is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Get that right? I think I did. That's all third division, right? Third division, third division, third division. Okay. We're going to move this guy out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's squared. This guy is not, but he's a tiny little guy. We're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And I am done clearing my
Exciting.
move.
Exciting.
All right. So we do have a little combat here.
We do. Who is attacking? All three of those guys, I take it.
All three of these guys are going to attack.
Okay, well, not a problem. I get to shoot at, I guess, 2 of them, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I will have 8 points that I can split between the 2 groups. So I could do, I guess, 1 on the 6 chart and 1 on the 2 chart. Or I could do two on the 4 chart. I will try doing 2 on the 4 chart. So,
I think
and we'll fire just at these 2 guys that are right here in front of us, I guess.
all right.
So, yeah, so for the northernmost unit and then that one. Now, what are the modifiers? It's defensive fire, so it's +1. And then it's infantry against French against infantry in column or square, so it's another +1. So I have a +2. All right, here we go. First roll. A 9 plus 2 is an 11, so that's a hit on
Okay.
1. And then let's roll for the second one. 7 is a 9, and that's another hit. So both hexes took a hit.
Okay.
All right, so now we go over to the odds, and you probably have pretty good odds there from the looks of it. You've got
I think I do. Just right off the face.
13 plus another 6, that's 19, plus another 11, that's 30. So you got 30 to 7, so you're at 4 to 1 odds. So we got a -3 for the odds.
Right.
I am not under defend or hold or retire orders. I'm being attacked from more than 1 hex, so that's a -4. I'm being attacked through my flank, so that's another -3, so we're at -7 so far.
Right.
Infantry assaulted by, inline assaulted by infantry in column. Okay, so that's, I guess, another, yeah, they're all in column. Okay, so there's another -1. Okay, so we're up to -8 so far. No leaders present. Okay, then you took 2 hits during fire, so now we're just down to a -6.
Right.
Um,
And 2 of my lead units are
are
elites.
elite. Okay, so then that's going to be a -7. Um, so somebody's attacking uphill, but not everybody is. So it's
Yep.
only a case when if everyone is doing it and obstructed.
Yep.
So it looks like it's just going to be an automatic victory with a
I think it is.
-7. Yeah, I mean, and there's no leader there, so even rolling a 12, right, isn't going to
Which
do you any
5.
harm. Yeah. So we'll just take the loss. And then the guy's going to go back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll end up here. And this guy then would just displace. I guess he could displace over this way. And that would take care of that little bit of adventure. And then you could either advance or not.
I'm going to advance.
Okay.
Okay, and
All right.
that's it for that
We
move. So
clear the move marker. All right. Now we are over to the exciting bag again. Let me go ahead and grab something, see what we get. It's the French. All right. So now we have to figure out what to do with the French. Whether we come sailing in and do something particularly evil or not. um, let's see. Okay. So I think we will activate the second division here with Houdelet. They actually have never done anything so far.
that sounds so bad.
This is their first excitement of the day. So so the first thing I'll do is I'm going to roll my guns up here and unlimber them.
Dang it.
And you can't do anything about it because you'd be on the 2 chart with a -3 and there's no way you can hit me. So let me take my shot at you. So I'm adjacent, so it's ×4. So that's going to be 8. I'm on the 8 chart, and you are in column, so it's a +2. So on the 8 chart with a +2, let's see what we get. A 3 is a 5. Oh, all of that
Oh
and
man.
nothing exciting. Oh well, c'est la vie, as they say. All right, let's go ahead and move this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to move this guy in underneath him there.
Now you don't have to do that, Eric. You could leave that horse artillery out. I mean, what are the odds that I get a second activation and overrun it?
Uh, fairly decent, I would say.
It is too early
Better
to.
than 0. Better than 0. All right, that's 11 over there, and that is. Okay. All right. Well, it's okay. We'll get our a revenge at some point in time, shall we? Doot, doot. Okay, these guys are going to come piling on. Oh, and Houdelet's got a big stack of people too, doesn't he? How exciting. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't quite get there. 2 and unlimber. We will flip those guys over. 3, we'll put those guys with them. So now we can fire at your squares. Always fun. And we'll put this guy, one of them will go there, and the other one's going to go over here. So we have a reserve. Okay. Feeling pretty confident. All right, I'm going to do an attack on this hex. And
All
I've
right.
got basically these 3 hexes leading the assault.
Okay.
So, you've got some defensive fire. This guy can fire out at him, and this guy can fire out at him, and then this guy's got to split his fire some way.
Just so.
Yep.
So I'm going to take this guy first here, So
Okay.
he's got 2,
Yep.
and he's
And
firing
should have a
adjacent.
+1.
Yep. Let me get my fire table. 2 plus 1, and you're a target in column, but it doesn't matter because I'm Russian infantry, so it's just a 2 plus 1,
Yep. So
and that's enough.
that's nothing. Yep.
And then this guy's gonna fire. Oh, that's something.
A
13.
12. Okay. So who was he firing at?
Oh, he's firing at Hudley.
Hoodelay.
Right, he
Okay.
only
So
has 1
that's a hit.
hit.
Okay. All right.
That's
And we
oh,
mark.
yeah, okay. Yep, good.
Okay.
All right. That's worth doing something because that means you get a -1 on the attack.
Yep. Yep. That's always helpful when that happens. All
Yes, it
right. And
is.
then I guess you got 2 shots on the 1 table.
So first this one
Yep.
on the top, no hit, and then the second one,
Close, but no cigar.
close. Is it close? It no,
And
it's
11 on the 1 table. You just missed it. So you'd need to, yeah, you need basically get boxcars on the
on
1
one.
table to do anything.
Indeed.
So you did well enough with that 1 roll. I got at least 1 hit. All
Yep.
right. So now we go and do our odds. And so we've got 12 and 12. That's 24. And another 6. That's going to be 30.
Okay, that's already a 5-1. You don't need to keep
5 to
counting.
1. Okay. All right. So we've got a -3 for that. Then you are Russian, so that's a +1. So we're at a -2 altogether. You're being attacked from more than 1 hex, so we're back to the -3. You're not getting hit from the flank or the rear or anything like that. I don't think there's any other modifiers for line or column or anything. Then I have my leader there who adds in 2, so you're at a -5. Then we
Yep.
go down to you. There was a loss for defensive fire, so we're at a -4. You've got an elite unit there in the hex, right? Or does he have to be on the top of the stack
Has
to
to be on
count?
the top, unfortunately, so he doesn't
Okay.
count.
So we're at a -4. Um, I think that's it. There's no up, down, or sideways. There's no leader present. So we're at a -4. So here we go. A 9 -4 is going to be a 5. So they are going to
Each take a loss and
take a
retreat.
loss and then run away.
And their movement is, I just got to get over the hover. 7. Wow, that's going to be far.
Well, one unit is 7 and the other is 6.
I think there's something in the rules that you take the
Oh,
lead
okay.
with that number for retreats. But we could look it up, or I could just go 6 either way,
Yeah.
or I could go 6 and 7. 1, 2, and then I got to get you out of the way so I can move you here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you want to play it
Yeah,
with the
just go
low?
ahead. Just go ahead and move him. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
normally the lead unit, I guess, is what's doing stuff.
yeah, that's what gives you the fire bonuses and the melee bonuses. So, all
Okay.
right, there we go.
All right. So now you need to roll for, let's clear the smoke here.
Yeah.
Now you need to roll for these guys to stick around. So we're going to
Right.
go to the stand table. They are elite, so that's +2. They're
Right.
Russian, so that's another plus, so you're at +3. The
Right.
unit next to them retreated, so you're at just a +2 now. But there is cavalry in lurking in the proximity, so there's no modifier from the looks of it, right?
I think you're right.
Okay, so just go ahead and roll. I guess for the northernmost unit, you've got to roll basically a 6 or
It's
better.
high.
So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
he definitely passed. And then the lower unit,
was
uh-oh,
not.
he's gonna bug out.
Yep. But he doesn't have to lose anything.
Yes, he
1.
does. He loses one.
Does he? Does he? Does he? Does
Yeah,
he?
yeah, yeah. So if you
Yes.
look at the bottom of the table, it says the lead
Yep.
unit
You're right.
loses one SP and the stack retreats.
Okay. I think that's off just the top unit, but I'm not sure.
No, it is just the top unit.
Top unit. Okay, good. All right. So let's go back here. So we're going to go. Is that light infantry? No, it's not. 1, 2. I can do that because I'm getting further away.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. So that fulfills all requirements.
Okay. And that was that excitement.
Indeed.
Okay. Cool, cool. All right. That was my exciting move. Now it's back to the bag. You go ahead and draw, see what you get. It's a Ruski.
What am I going to do? I'm adding up points in my head.
That's always a reason to be worried.
Oh, what could I possibly do?
I'm sure any number of things.
Okay. I'll be more diabolical when I have more tea in me.
Oh, we need to wake you up earlier in the morning so there's no tea.
There's always tea.
There you go.
My wife is from New Zealand. This is a Commonwealth household. There's always tea.
What is your favorite blend of tea?
My own personal favorite blend of tea is something called Breakfast in Paris, which is a little bit like an Earl Grey, but it's with lavender. So it's kind
Oh,
of like a
okay.
shade for it, but it's really very nice. It's a very flavorful, enjoyable tea. But we mostly drink PG tips.
Hmm.
So we get them by the thousand. And so
Okay.
we've been working through a bag of PG tips. Okay.
I've discovered a tea company called Harney and Sons Teas. They're out on the East Coast, and
Mhm.
so they have a lot of good stuff. So I normally get their decaffeinated Earl Grey, and then they have a hot cinnamon spice, which is fantastic. It is. It tastes sweet, but there's actually no. Have you ever had like one of those little cinnamon fireball kind of
Yeah.
candies? Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's this hot cinnamon thing. It's sweet, but there's no sugar in it, and it's a great sort of tea to kind of get you going. It's got flavor, but you know, um, no. So yeah, so I like that one. And
Yeah,
they
I'm not sure. I just drink my tea straight anyway. So sometimes those little subtle flavors are really nice to have, just a little bit of difference. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm gonna go for Bagavoo.
Bagavoo, where is he? Oh, down in the south. Bagavoo is going crazy. Okay,
Mm, he's a busy boy.
apparently.
We're gonna go 1.
That's not Bagavoo.
Oh, you're right. It's Left Wing Cavalry Reserve. I'm sorry, same color. I wanted to go on Left Wing Cavalry Reserve. My bad. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, my eyes. That's close enough. So
Mm-hmm.
okay. So what is in range? Quite a bit's in range. Good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
That's a little pricey move, isn't it?
potentially.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
All right, I will try to intercept this guy.
Okay.
So we're on the 1-to-1 chart, so there's no modifiers there. You're Russian, so that's a nothing there from the looks of it. What else do we have?
Well, I'm Russian, so that should be a +1, right?
Yeah, +1, right? I was just looking, I didn't see anything else per se.
Oh, right.
Yeah. No defensive fire. It's a short charge, so that's a +2. So we're at +3 altogether.
Right.
Um, Nobody's tired. So yeah, okay, let's see. So with a +3, so I need to roll like a 4 or less. Here we go. An 8. Oh, that is not good enough. So we're going to lose 1, and we will be tired. That was worth a try.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Now you get to do your stomp.
So that's, well, it's a minimum move of 1, right? So, and now I'm going to move 1 there. Do you
Okay.
want to?
That particular one, let's see. No, that's fine.
Okay. You go 1, 2, 3.
You didn't have anybody stacked with him. Interesting. Okay. So we'll try to, let's see, who should we attack with? Let's see. We'll try intercepting him with this guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to evade.
How can you evade?
Oh, from a
If,
short charge? I guess I can't. You're right. Go
well, I
for it.
don't know if you can or can't, right?
I can't either. I just guessed it. So let's just find out. Because they're
I mean,
Cossacks.
that would be pretty bogus.
Yeah, but they're Cossacks. What's more bogus than Cossacks?
That's true.
Okay, so let's read that rule. Do, 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 do. Okay. Okay, I can't charge in the initial front side, charging enemy cavalry. I wasn't going to attack, I was just moving, right? So if Cossacks want to charge enemy cavalry, they must first pass a check. This check requires rolling 2 dice. There's no die roll modifier. Well, they're not charging.
Right.
Okay, evasion. Cossacks may always evade by retreating 1 hex if an enemy unit moves into an adjacent hex. You didn't. Okay, the moving enemy does not need to stop its movement. Okay, which is nice to know. If the moving enemy unit enters a hex adjacent, so this is no, so evading is not possible. You're right, because that's a reaction to your movement. So you're good. Okay, so keep going.
Yeah, so a Cossack may not evade into a hex adjacent to an enemy. Oh, okay, so you can't move there. So basically you're saying because I didn't move, you
Right,
can't evade.
that's my reading of it. My reading is that if you move next to me, I get to evade. If I move next to you, I'm on my
Okay.
own.
All right. So let's go ahead then and we'll do this attack for what it's worth. So there's no defensive fire. The odds are going to be 2-to-1. So there's a -2 for that. You're Russian, so that's going to be a +1. So we're just at a -1. Um,
And your leader.
and my leader adds in 2. So we're at a -3. Okay. And then it's a short charge. So that's a +2. So now we're just at a -1, and then we've got your leader is a 1, so we're at just straight up 0. So here we go. Let's see what we get. A 12.
God,
Oh no, that's terrible.
that's not good.
That's not good at all. I need to save those for my fire attacks. All right, so we're going to take a loss. And
Don't you?
now what happens to the leader? If the result is 12 or more, the attacker
More.
checks for leader casualties. So what do we do for leader casualty? We roll a die?
Well, this could be great. Hold on.
50-50. Don't be so excited. Don't be so
Oh
excited.
no, sorry. Something got caught in my mouth. Probably my tongue. Anyway,
Let's see.
um,
I'm looking under leaders. I don't see where it says leader casualty.
it's on. I don't have the number. Whenever you let me just click on it and get the whole
Is that under
citation.
fire
It's
combat
under
or
21.6 leaders in combat. Whenever a
okay?
unit suffers a star result in the fire combat, and it's been added in here for the assault combat as on a 12, right?
Right.
You roll a 1 to 3 fire. This is formatted funky.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
on a 1 through 3, no effect. On a 4, 5, or a 6, he's a casualty. So we just roll one die and see what we get. So here we go. Let's see what we get. A 4. So he is
Yes.
going to be wounded, and so we have to then get his replacement leader. So we just flip him. There we go. All right, his replacement's just as good as your guy. Isn't that sad?
Yes.
All right, so then I have to take a cube loss, I guess. So, replace with 10. Ooh, that's great. I love this little click thing that you have,
Yeah,
where you
it's
can take
nice.
the 10 markers and turn it into one cube. Because I'm like, oh my god, I have to go and clone a whole bunch
I
of
know.
these. Okay,
Yeah, I
all
was
right.
I was like I was like yesterday years old when I figured out that was a right click option. So I've been doing it the old way. But I think that was Nicholas that put that in. He's a clever man.
Okay, yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, particularly for this one.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool, cool. So that was my big attempt at trying to do something exciting. Okay.
Ooh, go Cossacks. Yeah. Cossack you. All right. I'm gonna go 1,
Hey, it's
2.
what we call the machinations of fate, baby.
Yeah, but you like big words. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. I'm going to checkerboard a little bit just to make Uwe happy. And I'm moving my division commander, and I am done. So it's time to go to combat.
Exciting.
It is exciting. It is
So
exciting.
who's attacking where, when, and with what?
Well, I think that I can't attack with a Cossack because it's your frontal hex. So I can't do that. So this is I'm just going to add up 17 to 5.
Well, I didn't think the Cossack could attack unless they rolled something, right?
Yeah, they're just there to be
They're just there to be problematic.
it's a set and pick because if you have to retreat now, you'll have to push your square back or you'll have to take another loss.
Right.
You can take another loss either way because there are units on both sides. So it's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
yeah. All right. So we're going to start with this guy here.
Okay.
Okay. So Von Polen is a 6.
So who's he attacking?
Good question. He's attacking right here.
Okay. So I get to take a shot at you. This guy gets to shoot there, right? Since it's defensive fire.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm on the 2 chart with a +1 for defensive fire. And that's it. So here we go. Let's see what we get. A 9 + 1 is a 10. Just missed it.
By that much.
By that much. Missed him by that much. Okay, so you've got that guy. He's worth 6 to 4. Yeah.
And that
So
rates
1
out
to
as a
1. It rates
it's
out as a
it's
2 because it's
yeah,
one and
yeah,
a
because
half.
it's halfway over. Yeah, one and a
Okay.
half.
All right. So
So
you've got a -2. um,
and there's no flanks, and you're
nope.
not elite green or anything like that.
Nope.
You're being charged for just the 1 hex.
Yep. So it's
Um,
-2.
and then
And then for you, you've got, I think, your leader. Is that it?
yeah, that's it.
So it's a -3. All
Here we
right.
go.
So
That
that's
does
good
it.
enough for those guys to bug out. So they're going to take a loss, and then they got to go back 7. One.
Half rounded up,
Oh,
half rounded
okay.
travel
1, 2, 3, 4, or
4.
rounded up. Yeah. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4 puts them back there. Okay. Cool.
All right. And now the other, he's not going to take the hex.
Okay.
So these guys, well, not him, sorry. Here and here are going to charge there. So that's an 8
So
and a
you're 3
9.
to 1 on that.
Means 1,
So there's going to be a -3.
right?
You're being attacked for more than hex, so we're at a -4.
And
There's no leaders, nothing exciting there. And then you've got your heavy cavalry against my cavalry. So it's another, so we're at a minus, is that a -6?
I think it's a -6.
Okay.
Now, just an aside, dragoons, I always count them as medium cavalry. I think there really is a category medium, like every day. What do you feel about that? You've played a lot of this.
Yeah, so typically in the Labatai universe, dragoons are considered heavy cavalry.
Okay.
So, light cavalry are going to be your Cossacks, your Lancers, your
Mm.
Chasseurs à
So
cheval, your Hussars. Those are all sort of technically considered uh, light cavalry, and then everything else is heavy cavalry.
okay. So
But
there's
they
only
do,
two.
but they do make some distinctions, usually with like the cuirassiers. So this was what I was going to be posting in the in Facebook, because the cuirassiers in Labatai usually have like a bonus charging against infantry. But here they've got the bonus attacking other cavalry. So
Yeah.
when they're attacking other infantry, they're treated, I mean, they're just as good as a Cossack, right? Which does not make any sense.
Don't say that. That's hurtful.
No, 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 no. But I mean, they're treated, so they're this
Yeah.
big, heavy, guys on horses and armor and everything else. And so they're usually used against infantry. But here in this game, they, against infantry, they're just as good, bad, or indifferent as anybody else. And so that's why I'm a little like puzzled, like, okay, well, that doesn't always make sense. So,
Well, post it in
yeah,
the Sound of Drums forum. Post it in the Sound of Drums forum
yeah,
because
that's what I was going to do.
Uwe is really active in all the forums, but I
Right.
think that's he checks first. So
Yeah. Okay. So he's got to retreat and take a loss, at least one, and then he'll take it probably another one from the looks of it. So let's go ahead and we'll push this guy back. And 1, 2, 3, we'll put him here. And let's go ahead and tack on another 2 losses. Okay. Cool, cool.
okay, and I'm going to. Oops, I don't want to select everything I own. There we go. I'm going to take the hex, clear the moved,
And did
and
you tire everybody?
I did not tire everybody. He wasn't involved in combat. This one was, and this one was. Flip.
Yeah, it's such a subtle color thing. I really wish they would have, all they could have done, they could have just maybe changed the the movement to like be in red.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah, and then you'd
I like
know they're tired, and it's got the
that.
thing there, and then everyone who's tired just has their movement printed in red.
Okay, and you know what? They're jealously guarding their graphic language because they're building, a long-term language. But that adds to it. That doesn't subtract from it. So leave the tired marker on and then flip the movement over to red. I like that. I'm going to suggest that.
Yeah,
That's really quite clever. I did not think of that. And it would make it much more obvious. If you're used to the tired, you see it. If you're used to the red, you see that.
yeah, no, and
Really?
it would be completely obvious that the unit was tired because it's printed in red as opposed to black. So if it's fresh, it's black. If it's not, oof, something else.
Exactly. And everything's in command range for the next time. Woohoo!
Party.
Okay.
Okay, back up to the bag. Let's see what we can get. So I'm going to go ahead and grab something, and it's another Russian. Uh-oh. Time to worry. Time to
Okay.
worry.
All right. So where am I going to put this one? I could do the cavalry again,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure how much that really buys me. I've got your division more or less on the rundown here.
Oh, yeah, those guys are completely pasted.
Yeah, I think that would be emotionally fun to do, but I don't think it's worth it. Okay,
Okay.
so where am I going to? I'm going to put it on Bagavoo.
All
Just for
right.
on the chart. So yeah, I keep flipping it out. All right. So now this time it's really on Bagavoo. Watch me pull a rabbit out of a hat. Okay. So now.
So who's in command and who isn't in command, I guess, is the
Right.
question.
Not a lot of attacks going on. So the cavalry back here, the rear part of that is not in command. So I've only got
Okay.
two Hussar regiments are in. Two of the three Hussar regiments are in.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to go here and we're going to get this guy.
Up, forming up a line.
Yeah. And we're going to take. Oh, this guy was left wing cavalry reserve. He should have moved with the other. Do you mind if I move
Oh,
him?
yeah, go ahead, move him.
One,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Those are your
6,
Finnish,
7.
dragoons there,
Yeah.
all the way from sunny Finland.
Sunny Finland. Yeah. Like sunny Wales.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops. And got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's on the move.
All right, and that's it for me. Fair
Okay,
move. Thank you.
back to the bag. So you've done 2 activations in a row, so if you get another one.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Hold on. No, it's a blip.
That's one for the blue. Okay, so now the question is, what do I do with the French? Got so many fun options. So we've done Houdelay, and he's in decent shape there. Who else needs some help right now? Or we could go on the attack, which would be fun and exciting. Huh. Or we could move people around and try to bail out what's left of my dragoons down there. So many different choices. Let's see. I think I will try to bail out my dragoons. I can't let them get completely pasted. So that is... Who are those guys? Are they the first dragoons?
I think they are. I gotta zoom in. No, I don't. I have a tool for that.
Yes, they are the first dragoons. Okay. All right, so we
With
need
the
to
famous
clear...
general replacement.
Yes. General
In
Klein
all
is off licking his wounds somewhere.
in all my
So...
playing, I haven't had a leader casualty. This is like the first time in the game system.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, serious.
Oh,
Just
wow.
the just the luck of the draw.
We had one, I think the first time I played, Russian guns hit one of the French divisional commanders, and it was a little star thing. So
Yeah.
he got toasted. So,
Well, it
all
happened.
right. Yeah. No, that definitely happens, and it's less than happy when it does.
That is in addition to this 1.5 set of the rules, by the way, because it only used to apply during fire combat. Now it
Yep.
applies during, and I think that that's important. Assault combat.
Yeah, no, I think so too.
Good change.
Yeah. So it does make it a little risky throwing your guy in on the attack. On the defense, you can defend all day, but
Yeah.
so okay. Well, I'm going to pull this guy back. So that's going to be one. Well, let's figure out where I want to put everybody else first. Yeah, always important.
It has come
Okay.
to my attention that the Tsarevich has not woken up for school, so I'm going to have a hard stop at 8
Oh, okay.
because I need to saddle the horses and put the carriage out.
All that good stuff.
That's right. But I get to stop for coffee.
Well, there you go. That's something.
We travel, we show our goats. And so every once in a while we've got goats in the back seat of the car and we go to the Starbucks or the Dutch Brothers and they're like, "Is that a goat?" And you're always like, "What goat?"
Yeah, I needed to mark some of these guys as tired because they were involved in combat. I didn't flip them over. So I think the only guy who didn't do anything was this chap here.
Yeah,
So
that's a
let's
good one
see.
too.
Yeah. I need to have a little bit of punch somewhere. Although I don't, I'd rather have my little checkerboard, but what can I do? Is that where I want to have everybody? right. Yeah, well, I guess that's about as good as I can do for the moment. So let me take the move marker off of those people. This is when I wish I had my handy dandy, um, horse guns. Could
Oh
limber,
yeah,
unlimber, take a shot, run away.
those are
So, all right, we can go back to the bag. This time I'll grab something and see what we get. It's the fire cube.
yes, all right. I mean, well, that oh,
Once again, a little too excited. All right, well, you
well, I
had the initiative.
artillery reserve. I got a left wing artillery reserve. I got a right wing artillery reserve. I got a
Yeah,
rear area artillery reserve. I got so many artillery reserves. I can't even tell you.
yeah, I know.
It's the joy of Russia.
It is the joy of Russia. I think that is a new song that I'm going to put out. So, all
Yeah,
right. So you had the initiative, so you get to start. Pick what end of the battlefield you want to start on, left, right, or center. Well, not
let's
center,
pick.
but north or south.
Let's take the north side.
Okay. All right. So, who do you want to start shooting first?
All of them. I want all of them firing first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a light artillery, so we want to go. Range. Light 6. Okay, so light artillery is 6, and this guy's a light artillery piece.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think I can hit. Okay, so I got all those guys in range. So what am I going to do? I think I'm not going to take any opportunities to miss on a cavalry unit. So I'm going to take that. So these two artillery units here are firing. They are 4 points and they're long distance. So they're half, it's a 2. And then there's no modifiers as far as I can tell.
Okay. So who flash who you're at and who you're shooting at?
My guns
Okay,
here,
those
these
guys.
light guns at these guys right here. Oh, I lied. Yes. No, here.
At those guys
1,
there.
2, 3,
So one,
4.
two, three, four,
Just
five,
goes in.
6 away. Okay. So they would be halved. So you basically have 4 increments there. So they're on the 2 chart. No pluses, no minuses. Okay, go ahead and roll.
So here we go. That's a nothing.
That is a nothing.
Do you want to take one now?
No, yeah, you go ahead and smoke yourself up there.
Well, yeah, it's the West Coast. You can do that.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
1,
not. Have you been to
3.
California? They won't let you. They won't let you think about lighting a cigarette.
Oh, no, but if it's pot, you're fine.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I wasn't
Right?
thinking about that. Yeah,
You're
in
just
fact,
fine.
if it's not pot, they'll look at you strangely. You're smoking something
Exactly.
that's not pot. So same thing with the other guy next to him.
Yes, the other guy right
Okay.
next to him.
Okay, go
So he's
crazy.
got fire. So it's a 2. But he is, yeah, he's also a light gun. So there we go.
Yeah.
That's a
So
nothing.
that's a miss. Okay.
Okay, and then the heavy battery here.
Okay.
So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're halved. So this is a 4 plus 1 because it's a heavy.
And where is he shooting?
He's shooting at the same guy. I'm going to
He
just
can't.
concentrate
He can't
because
because
he's
he's
out of
not
his arm.
facing
He's
the
out of
right.
his
Yeah.
arm. Yeah. You're right. You're out. I should. You can change the arc on your fire, but I don't want to do that. That's not right because that's gamey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take it on this guy right here, which
Okay.
is juicy. So, and it rolled an 8, so it was a 9 at 4, and that is a 1
Is
point on.
good enough for a hit. There we go. All right.
I'm always kind of amazed that the old guard battalions are so small.
Well, it's because they're not really the old guard. They are. I mean, this is 1807.
They're
So
not.
the guard
It's
isn't
sort of
much of anything at this point. It's just a really small group of stuff. The guard artillery and the guard cavalry are a little bit more substantial here at Eylau, but the guard infantry isn't much. It's not 1812 where or
yes.
1815 where you've got the old guard, middle guard, and young guard. In this case, it's just a bunch of guys.
I
Um,
can't wait to play Quatre Bras because I want to play some of those big cavalry things. I think those are going to be fun.
yeah. Okay. Um,
Carabinier, that's what I want. Okay, so
okay.
I'm going to find this guy here, and he is just 4 points at the Chasseurs à Cheval, and he can hit, and he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away.
Right.
So
So
he
he's at just
is
times one. So he's on the 4 chart with
4 chart
a +1.
plus 8. Won't do it.
Nope, just missed it.
And then this guy's going to do the same thing,
Okay.
and he misses. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the same thing. And then we've got these guys and
Here, so
these.
let's stop. Let's catch me up
Okay,
here. And so we
sounds
do
good.
have stuff because you've got your infantry here that needs to fire, and my infantry needs to fire, right? So it's not just the
Yep.
guns; it's people that are adjacent. So I'll take my shot here with. I will be, I guess, 4 times 2 is going to be 8. So I'm on the 8 chart. You are in obstructed terrain, so there's a -2. And that's it. So let's go ahead and roll on the 8 chart, see what we get with a -2. That's a miss. Okay. All right, and we will put a smoke marker. Where's the smoke marker thing? Is it up in the top, or is it just with the units? I have to select smoke marker.
Right click on the unit, and it won't give it to your commander. So you pick one of your units and then choose
Uh,
right click add smoke
for
marker.
whatever reason, and then it doesn't do me any good, but that's okay. Okay, I got Smoky. You can take a shot at me. You're going to be on the 2 chart, right? Yeah,
Right.
so you're just on the 2 chart, no pluses or minuses.
We're done. We're done here.
Yeah, okay.
We're done here.
All right, so now we move down. I've got some guns here that can fire on these chaps over here. So we're at a range of 3. So we're just times 2. So that's going to be on the 4 chart. And you're in line, so there's no modifiers for that. So here we go. A 10 on the 4 chart is good enough for a single hit.
That's here.
That's this group
This
here.
guy.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry. Yep. Single hit.
All right. And then we've got our combat, I guess, here and there. So I'm on the 2 chart, and I do get a +1 because I'm French infantry firing on you in a column. So here we go. A 9 becomes a 10. Just missed you. Okay.
And I'm a 2, so I'm rolling a 10, and I don't get a plus, so I just missed you.
Okay. All right. Then I've got these guns here. And who can they fire at? They can fire, yeah, I guess they could fire at those guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4 at a range of 4. They're times 1. So they're on the 2 chart. Now we do have a weird situation because the top unit is in line and the bottom unit's in columns. So
Oh,
is that a
you
mistake?
yeah, it is. I'm sorry, I didn't bring it up. I'm just read this. You have to be in the same. Unlimbered artillery has to be with a line or a square, not a column. Limbered artillery has to be with a column.
Right. But this you've got a the infantry unit is one of them is in line and one of them's in column. So do I get the plus then because you're in column?
No, let me change it to column and then make it official because I'm wrong. that shouldn't have been this different.
Oh, okay. All right.
They were
So,
probably conglomerated from different hexes.
okay.
Yes, you're fine. You're in line and artillery's in line. That's perfect. I'm now both in columns, so take your +2.
Okay. So we're on the 2 chart with a +2. Here we go. A 10. That just missed you. Okay. All right. Let's put a little smoke marker on him. Okay. Now let's go ahead and catch up with. Oh, actually, I got one more shot here, and then I'll let you start firing back. So I've got these guys here can fire there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are on the 1 chart. So we're 2. But we're going to have a +4 since you're in square.
Right.
So that's going to be a 9. So that's a miss. Okay. All right. Now you've got all of your big batteries up there at the center. Although it says left wing, so I guess that's your left wing batteries.
That's the left. Okay, I'm going to take these two
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Right?
So 1,
That's
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're halved. So you're on the 3 chart, but you'll get a +2 since I'm in column.
so it's
So
a
that
7.
is a miss. Okay.
Oh, I did the mistake here.
Oh, I like that.
No, you don't.
You suddenly. That's the case where the guns exploded, Matt, or the caisson exploded, took out half the
Yeah,
gunners.
yeah, it was pretty horrible.
That was pretty horrible.
All right.
So,
So now we're going to take these guys
right.
at there. Which are nice
Okay.
big.
2,
Again,
3,
1,
4,
2, 3,
5. So
4.
you're at medium distance. So you're just times 1. So you are 8. You're on the
+1.
8 chart and +1 for your heavy guns. Okay. Ooh, that's an 11.
That's going to be
That's
a good
enough
one.
for 2 hits. Boom, boom. I'm
Yeah, I was going to
glad
say
we
that's
don't have. I'm glad we don't have ricochet.
yeah, I agree. Okay.
All right.
Not because I don't want it, but because it's too difficult to figure out. Okay, this guy here is
So
going
he
to.
just fired.
That's right. He fired. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I was aiming at this guy.
Okay.
Right. And so these guys are 1 heavy and 1 horse. So I'm going to have to fire the heavy separately.
Okay.
So because I want to get the bonus for it. So 4 here.
But he's at a range of 6.
Right. So
So
he's
he's on
now
the 2 chart
2,
with a
2
+1.
plus 1.
And
So it's
that's
a
a
9. So
miss.
that's not going to hit. All right.
And then the other guy's going to be at what? Also on the 2 chart, I guess, right? Because
He's
3
going to be,
halved is going to be 2.
yeah, he's on the 2 chart with no plus.
Okay.
So nothing. So that's done. Okay. And then this guy is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he is all horse artillery. So that's a 3
Is
plus
he
nothing.
firing on the same guy?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
And then this is also going to be a 3 because now it's in medium range. So he's
Yep.
going to fire the same thing. So it's a 3. And he rolls a 9. That's
We just missed it
nothing.
again.
That's close. All
Yep.
right. You want to keep up?
Right. So now we go down to the south. That's the only place I've got stuff that can shoot, and that's my guns that are over here. Right, these 2
Mhm.
guns. So we're gonna focus our fire here on what's left of that infantry underneath Mr. Bagavoo. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're at times 1. So we're on the 2 chart. No pluses. So for the top unit, let's see if we get a hit. Nope. And the bottom unit. Nope. Okay. So those guys have done their fire. You can fire back to your heart's content.
Well, there's not a lot down here. So I think it's just
Well,
those
you've
2
got your 3. I think you've got 3 batteries here. 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah, just those guys.
Yep. and it's should be the same thing. You're on the 2 chart, 2 chart, 2 chart. So
Yeah. So I'm going to fire all of them here, one at a time.
yeah, just go
So
boom,
it's
boom, boom.
boom, 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 2, 2, 2, 9. But I'm firing on. You're in line, so it's nothing. So
Yeah,
so 9 is
there's no
nothing.
modifiers. That's a
11 is
hit.
the same.
No, yeah, that is a hit. Good. One more. Oh, 2 hits. That's some good rolling.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
I guess that's what we would say. You're lucky, lucky today. The dice have been in favor. Well, I'm kind of getting suspicious. You do edit these vassal modules, Matt. I don't know.
You know, if you want to get these benefits, all you have to do is log in as Matt as your name, and everybody named Matt gets a bonus. That's my
Okay,
rule.
okay, that's good to know. All right, I think that takes care of all of the shooting stuff we've
That's
got.
well, I'm
Yeah,
going to clear the smoke.
yep,
Okay,
cool.
good.
All right, we're back up to the cube. This time you get to grab something. It's the
Whoa!
Russians. Time to worry. What are the Ruskies going to do? Are you contemplating, Matt?
I am. I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out if it's the second activation, my infantry is down by 1, I believe. I got to check that.
Correct.
And, it's already Russian, so you pay 2 to enter somebody else's hex. So if I were to go, say, up a slope and into your hex, it would be a +5, which is a lot.
Potentially, yes.
Can't do that. Can't do that. No, so you need to not be part of this. Zoom in. Okay, I'm going to put this on the 3rd division for a second activation.
Okay, exciting.
Third division, second activation. All my infantry is reduced by 1 movement. So
Correct.
let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's added together. So that's going to stay there. And let's leave it faced as it is.
Okay.
These guys are going to move down slope. Well, they're going to go side slope. And then here and
So
rotate.
cool. I get a parting shot.
You do?
So they're on the 2 chart with a +1, and that's a miss. What? You're calling off your attack?
Nearly suckering you in.
There you go. I can see that.
And then 2, 3, no, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. That's 5. Leave that there. I'm going to leave that there. Okay, so I'm done. So let's clear movement and over to the back.
Okay. I can't remember who pulled the last one.
I think I did.
Okay, let me grab one. Hey, it's the Russians again.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, this is the one interesting thing is like there's times that I really wished that I didn't, you know, the other guy got the chit because I want to wait and see what he does, kind of a
Yeah.
thing. So that's the interesting thing with this Albuera game that I'm playing with this Frederick. He's the game designer. He's out in Japan. I did that with him last 2 Mondays ago, and I'm this coming Monday we're doing another game on Vassal with him. But it's got a thing where you kind of play your leader card, and then whoever's got the higher leader rating can decide either he's going to go or he's going to let the other guy go.
Oh, I like that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
and so it's kind of like, oh, that's kind of a neat idea because then it's like, okay, go ahead and move somebody, and then if you wanted to, you could say, after he moves or whatnot, you could go, okay, who's your next leader? And as long as you have the higher leader rating, you don't have to go. You could have the guy move half of his army, and then at some point you say, okay, I'm gonna take my move, and you move your guy. So
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. It reminds me there's a naval game that I remember playing years ago that kind of had the it was better to move
Second.
second, so the other guy is kind of forced to move. So a lot of times the British would have the initiative, and that meant that the French or the Spanish had to move their ships, and then the British would react to it, kind of a thing. So,
Yep. Like
all right.
Flying Colors does that.
I haven't played Flyers Colors. I played Wooden Ships and Iron Men a ton back in the day. Um, but Flying Colors I haven't played yet. So, all
I
right.
like
It
Flying.
looks. So who did
Doesn't
you
have
activate?
I activated the left wing cavalry again.
Okay, so they're going to have a -2 on
Two.
their movement against. Okay,
Mine,
yeah.
right. So sometimes I actually put that up here just to remind myself. -2 move.
Oh, up in the comments section.
Yep. Then it's right in front of my face. I don't have to go look at the chart because I'm that kind of a person. All right.
Well, you know what they should do for the, if you just had a counter that you could just plunk down next to the formation that says, -2 for this or -1, whatever, and then it's right there on the map right next to you.
You should talk to a developer and see if that can happen. All right. All right. So we are doing left wing cavalry and everything is in
Everything's
command.
in command. It's like a party.
Everything is it is a party. Okay, so I'm only going to move him. All right, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Right. He actually has moved. There we go. That looks better. And then this guy's going to come 1, 2, 3, and he's done. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, done.
So you're getting everybody set so that you have as many over the line as possible for the victory condition, right?
Oh, that is for the victory condition. Yeah, that wasn't what I was actually thinking. I was
Oh,
just going to make sure that I could threaten your flank. I wanted to make sure you were worried about your right flank.
oh, I don't care about my right flank.
Okay, well, see, since I have a cavalry division down here, I thought, hey, why don't I make him worry so
Mm.
that he draws units from the center? So that was my plan. But
Oh, your evil plan. No,
well,
but I
let's
mean,
pretend
if because
that's
you
yeah,
have to have what 20 units over the line or something like that.
yeah, 20 over the line.
Yeah, so you're halfway there.
Yeah, and gonna go 1, and then we're going to turn him. No, we're gonna leave him that way, and we're gonna move him 1, 2, and then we'll turn on his command range. And everything is in command range. But I might move him 1 more anyway. It's still all in command range, so let's do that. Okay, so I am done. Let me turn
Cool.
off my command range and clear moved. So they've done their second activation. So did you pull that last one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so it was fire and then 1 Russian. So
Yep.
I'm going to drop, and we get the
Oh, we
second.
get to shoot again.
Very good.
Party time. All right. Well, let's start back up in the north again. Things should
All right.
not be too different from what it was before.
You want to start?
No, you have to start because you have
I
the
do.
initiative.
Indeed. All right. Well, let's take a look at this. I'm going to start here, and it's going to be same as the last. So we've got 2 points firing at your cavalry
Okay.
here,
Okay. Go ahead.
right? Half. So it's just a yeah.
Yep.
Comes out as a
Nope.
don't
And
even
same thing for the
even
next guy.
yeah. Close, but not that close.
Good. Now, this guy you could pivot and then you could take a shot if you wanted
I'm
to
gonna,
with him.
I want to keep that pressure on that one guy.
Okay.
All right.
So now he's on what, the 4 chart? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so he's halved. So it's 4 with a +1 since those are heavy guns.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
And then we've got
You're on the 2 chart with him.
2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's actually a medium range. I think
Oh,
I'm
is it?
full.
Oh, he's okay. So he's on the 4 chart. Okay.
So he's a 4+1.
Roll, chuck your dice. A
Now that's
9
my
becomes
deal.
a 10. Hey, that's a hit.
Yeah.
All right. Now in Labatai, it's like, okay, make a morale check.
Yeah, yeah. No. Here you got to you got to really do some damage to get a morale check.
Yeah.
And
So it doesn't look like I mean, you'd have to, you really don't start making morale checks until you get on the much, much higher marks, which is
yeah.
why I thought, it's kind of good that they had that. Okay. Who's next? Oh,
We've got this mark.
let's do our stuff up here with our infantry. So I'm
I
going to
got
have,
one.
oh, you got
Let
one
me.
more gun? Who
So
else?
it's 4 at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at you here. So it's the same thing. It's a 4+1.
Okay.
So it's
Nah.
good. Okay. Now.
All right. So here I'm on the 8 chart, and there'll be a -2 because you are in obstructed terrain. Here we go. That's a miss. All
Okay.
right. Then I've got these guns can fire here. We're at a range of 3, so we are times
2.
2. So we're on the 4 chart, and that doesn't look like there's any pluses or minuses. So here we go. A 7 on the 4 chart is a miss. Okay.
I think it's off by 1.
Yeah.
No, off by 2.
Smoke marker. Is that what we're putting on? There's the smoke marker. Okay. Because what's the smoke layer? What's the difference?
Same thing. Smoke layer just puts the little version on top.
Oh, the
and
baby version. Okay.
Yeah, and it's up to you which one you like.
Cool. All right, I've got these guns can fire there. So 1, 2, 3. So we're going to be 4, and we'll get a +2 since you're in column. 10 plus 2 is a 12 on the 4 chart. Ouch, that's 2 hits on these guys right here.
On my grenadiers.
Yeah. All right, there's the smoke layer. Yeah, it's a little baby smoke.
Yeah. If it were persistent like a square, it kind of makes sense. But my feeling is that it's not really as useful as the counters, because you see the counters, they're big, and you're going to clear them at the end of the thing, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, I think I like the square layer better than the square marker, because then you can see at least what's underneath it. So, all right, and then last but not least, I'll have these guys take a shot here. So once again, that's on the 4 chart with a +2. Here we go. A 9 plus 2 is an 11, so that's a hit on those guys, chipping away at those people. All right, time for you to fire back.
Okay, I'm going to start up here, and I've got 2 points coming out of town at you. So there's no bonuses. Yep, just 2 points. 10, not enough. Close, but not enough. Okay, so these guys are fired at smoke marker. All right. Now, I'm going to fire.
So who just fired? The
That was the
horse
infantry
guns?
up Eylau. No, it's up out of Eylau. It's the infantry fire
Oh,
up.
the infantry. Okay.
Okay. I am going to rotate these guys, and I'm going to fire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at your cavalry, and so that's a 3.
That's going to be 3. You're on the 3 chart. No pluses, no minuses.
Nope.
A 9 is a miss.
But it's closer, actually. That's good.
It is. It's a ranging shot.
Yeah, good ranging shot. Exactly. All right. And so this guy is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This heavy battery here.
Right.
So that's at 1. So that's 8, and it's +1 because it's a heavy.
Because they're heavy.
8 at
So
9.
That's good enough for a hit. Chipping away. Chip, 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 chip.
Okay, and then this guy's going to do the same thing, and he is going to fire separately, 1 heavy, 1 horse.
Okay.
So the horse is going to fire first, and that's going to be a 1. And he doesn't get anything. And then the heavy battery is a 2, and it doesn't get anything.
Okay.
Okay. This guy is now at, this guy here is 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's at regular range. So he gets no pluses, but he's closer.
Right.
And then this guy is 2 horse guns at the same one, and he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's 3 points.
3 points.
9 is not going to do it. 3
Just
points.
Missed it.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, I'll have my 2 guns once again fire on that. So I'm on the 2 charts. I need basically 11 or 12 to score a hit. Close. And we add them together, it becomes a 14. So, oh no, that's not how it works. Okay. And then you get to shoot back. And if you're doing the same thing as you did before, it's basically 3 shots on the 2.
3 shots on the 2.
Yep.
First one, second one, third one, none of them hit.
Okay. All right, we can clear the smoky markers.
Okay. Oh no! I have more.
You have more. Who's left?
I do not have more. I'm sorry. I thought I did. I lied. I do that. Sorry.
I'm like, what?
What?
Somehow you got more stuff there that wasn't there before.
Second Russian fire. Okay, there we go.
Second breakfast.
Second breakfast. Yes. Russians, the people I think least like hobbits in the planet. Okay.
Exactly.
All right, good. So why don't you pull one this time?
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Hey, it's another Russian.
Ooh, dude, you know what you're aiming for right now is you're getting in perfect position for that charge, right? Because you're going to be able to have 2 or 3 turns without let up.
Potentially, right? Let's see, because you've got. Oh, there's only one Russian cube left in the bag at this point, right?
That's what I think.
Yep. Well, let's see if you can draw it. What would happen if you did, and then I still have how many? I still have 5 cubes in the bag. Would I just go? Or what happens if there's 3 in a row? Are the rest forgotten?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out if it actually happens.
That's really interesting. I might have to ask the designer that.
Yeah.
Or the editors. The editors
The
are
editors. There you go.
They channel all the questions.
All right. Well, who are you going to drop that exciting?
Dang it, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm sorry I have to think because I know it's not thinking time. But where is... Oh, that's what the problem is. Okay, so he comes to the top. I lost my commander for a moment.
Who, Tolstoy?
Yeah, he was underneath the stack. I couldn't figure out what it was. So we got to go. This one's got to come into command. So he's going to go 1,
so
2.
You put it on Tolstoy. Okay, yeah.
I'm putting it on Tolstoy. Let me go get it and actually do that instead of just waving my hands. All right.
And Tolstoy is what, the 2nd division?
2nd division, and this is his first
activation.
He's not.
Yeah, he's Tolstoy's the 2nd division. He's got the brown. They're the little brown people.
Hey.
And Essen is the 8th division.
Where is 2nd division? Yes, I see it. Good. There we go. So this pulls down. There they are. So I've moved that. Now where did I move him?
So I think he was back here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets him there.
We're going to go 6 and turn. And then I want to put him underneath the other one.
So you have to put the other guy in column as well.
Yep. So they match.
Okay.
And just for yucks, the other guys don't want to match. They don't want to do that. This one does. Okay, and then up here I have just artillery, and then that. Okay, I think I'm done with him. So let's pull another cube.
Let's not. Well, or let's pull a cube,
You're right.
but then let's not actually play it because we are right up at the. I mean, we're not going to be able to get through it if you have to leave.
Nope.
So I'll
Yep.
grab it. It's a blue one. So we know the
Yeah.
next activation will be the French. And so we'll see, we'll unleash the Kraken next week.
Absolutely.
That's how
Absolutely.
we're going to tease the audience there.
Yeah.
So hit the handy
One.
dandy save button there. Well, this was a very fun and productive game. You had the chance to actually see a leader get shot off their horse.
That was impressive.
That was. Yeah, and it doesn't happen too often, but in La Bataille, it tends to happen more often than not. Mostly because you've got ricochet and stuff like that. So we're play testing La Bataille Eylau. This is what the third edition that Clash of Arms is putting out, and the what is it? With it's got ricochet, and so Augereau was back a couple of hexes behind the line, but the heavy cannons, they hit one thing and then it rolled through, and then it hit something else, and so then you roll a 65 or 66, and then our Augereau got killed.
Oh gosh.
So it was a good thing we did it because then I wrote to Ed, and I'm like, Ed Wimble, who's the publisher and the game designer. I'm like, okay, Ed, Augereau just got killed. What is the replacement chain of command? He's a core leader. He creates a command point, all this stuff, and he's like, why'd you get him killed? I'm like, I got him killed so that you could come up with a rule. So that way, when the game is published, people, and this happens to somebody else, they'll know. So then he had to kind of go through and think, well, okay, this leader could step in for that or whatever. So so now he's added that to the thing. But this is why you do the play testing, so you can figure it out
Okay.
before it hits the publication. So
Yep. I agree. I saw something. Somebody was posting about the La Bataille Fest that's going on, and saying
yes,
that Ed was bringing up reinforcements from the right, and I posted back and said it's odd because I think historically Ed wasn't on the battlefield for another 2 hours, and nobody even like giggled. I thought it was kind of
they
funny.
didn't get the joke.
No, they didn't get the joke. I guess you don't joke about Ed when it comes to La Bataille. It's just freaking serious, man.
There you go. It is serious work. Yeah, they're playing Ligny. So
That's it.
yeah, so that's always a big bloody mess there where with the Prussians. And the rule that they have is where the Landwehr, if they see somebody running past them, routing or disordering, then they have to see if they make a morale check. So you get sort of this cascading disaster as, one unit breaks and then the one next to it breaks, and it can get really ridiculous after a while and very frustrating if you're the Prussian player. Hey, I'm going to
Yep.
let you hit the road.
Thank
Um,
you. Appreciate
yep,
it.
fun
Have a good
game.
week.
Fun game as
We'll talk
always.
to you in middle of the week sometime.
All right,
All
and
right.
farewell to all of our viewers out there. We'll see you next
Thank
week.